So guys, we have created we have first of all linked our app with Firebase, and then we have created these sign in and sign up. So what we will do is we will now register a user with Firebase. So our main focus is going to be on wrapper and the service that I'm going to create that handles authentications. So let's work on that. So I will take a new package and call it service, and in service what we will do is we will create an auth dot file, like auth dot dart. Okay, that's great. And now here what we will do is we will import some packages. So I have added authentication packages, so this is here. And here what I'll do is class auth service. And now here we will create some methods. First of all, we will create register method, sign in method, sign out method. Stream will help us to listen to authenticated authentication changes. Sorry guys. Sign in or sign out. Great. So let's just work on the methods, and these are mostly going to be an async methods because it takes time to create a user. So we don't want anything else to happen before our user or like our asynchronous task has been finished. So first of all, we will create an instance of auth result, and we call this auth Firebase authentication. Oh, sorry, Firebase authentication instance. We are we are taking Firebase auth instance first of all, auth dot instance, and let's create methods. Future register user with email and password, and we can pass in string email, string password, which is going to be an asynchronous method. And here what we will do is auth result register result auth dot create user with email and password, passing this. And since it's an asynchronous method, we have to await it. Firebase user sign in user and register. So register result is going to be equaling dot user. Okay, that's great. And now what we can also do is like this is okay like this, but what if there is an error, and how do we know that? So we can just surround this into try and catch block. Catch e print e to string, and we can take this in here. So what we will do here is we will we will create one model where we are going to, because if like this, then Firebase will return us so much information like timestamp and all other things. But what do we need from the user right now? We need to identify user with its ID. So right now we will do a special method that will help us to fetch the data, fetch the ID of the user that we have registered. So let's create this, and we can say user string UID. And what we can do here is we can create a constructor, this UID, and we will go back to our auth here in service. So what we can do here is we can create a method user user from Firebase, and we can import this because this is the model that we have created. And let's pass in Firebase user, and we are going to return if user is true, not null, then give us user ID. User is not null, then give us user ID. So UID we had passed in our model here. If I can go back to show you here, so we would need to user.uid, and what we will do here is we will just return user from Firebase and pass in sign in user. This is successful, and what we will do is we will just follow the same pattern for our sign in and sign out. So let's just go copy this and sign in method. Let's change this with sign in, and here we can replace this with sign in with email and password, and we can change this to sign up result, and finally this will be passed in here. So this was an asynchronous method, and also what we will do here is we will create a sign in sign out method, and that is going to be future sign out, no parameters, and simply await authentication dot sign out. That's great. So now it should help us to build the register the user, and let me see where are the errors. There is some error somewhere here. Okay, yeah, this is giving me an error of some sort. Let me check. Yeah, if it's if user is not true, if user if user is true, then return us user ID. If there is no user, then user ID is null. So let's just try to also, like, stream will return us the response that whenever the user logins, the state changes, right? So stream is going to help us with that. So stream tracks of authentication changes, that user is logged in or not, and what we can do is get user, and we can return authentication dot on auth state changed dot map, and simply we will pass our user method that we have created, user from Firebase, and that's perfect. So we are done with our authentication class, and what I will quickly do is I will use this in our sign up first, and then we can sign in, and then we will end this tutorial. And where we are doing this, we are doing this once user clicks on the sign up button, right? So we are coming in here and we will take a dynamic variable called result. Dynamic variable means that like it has, the data type can be changed later. So yeah, we will await this because this is an asynchronous operation. And what I will do here is, first of all, I will go to our the state object of our widget, and I will import this auth service, the authentication class that we have created. We will initialize it. So yeah, it is imported. If it's not imported, then make sure you import it. And we will just come down here to our yeah, auth. So what is the method? We need register, right? And email and password we are taking from here. We are saving these values, we are updating these values into these variables, the strings that we had taken here. That's it. So if result is, I can just check. If result is not null, then print a message that user has been successfully registered. Successfully signed up. Okay, that's it. And now we will repeat the same thing in our sign in sign in activity, you can say. So what I will do here is I will just go in here, and first of all I would have to go up in here and auth service, and we'll take auth, the instance of auth service class. So now here we are not registering user, we are signing in. Same thing, successfully sign in. So I will save this now, and maybe I will just hot restart it, and let's see if we are able to register the user. And if we are successful, then we should be able to see the user here in here. So our app seems to be up and running, and we will just go to sign up, and I will write S11. So let's check the validations first. It is saying that the characters should be 6, so this is showing us the validation. And if it's empty, then it is asking us to add that too. So let's create a user, sam at gmail.com. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let me see if I have gotten the 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, for some reason it is not being registered, but let's figure it out what is the problem. Maybe I'll just delete this app and install it again. So we are pretty much at the end of this tutorial. I will reinstall this app. So our app is uh, has launched and we can test it once again. Okay, so there is a problem at the validation here. We will go to our sign up and there must be uh, length must be, yeah, the problem is simple. Once I was copying this method, I didn't replace password here, so the password has to be this, and now I will change this because once we were copying this from the main uh, sign in screen, I didn't replace it. So still uh, still maybe there is an issue. The email is badly formatted. Let me do a hot restart. Yeah, let's try that again. Oh, not the sign in, sign up. Okay, successfully signed up. And now what it has done is that we haven't listened on like that after it signs up where it goes. We will do that later, but right now it has successfully signed up and I will sign in now and see. First of all, I will show you that our user, if it's successful, then it should be here. So that's it. This is here and I will go and sign in. Nothing will happen for now, but we will see our print message that user has signed in now. Okay, wrong password. Here also same mistake. Sign in, and here the password is equal to value. So now it should hot restart. So we have successfully registered the user in our this this tutorial, and let's see if the username is this. Yeah, samuel@gmail.com. And in the next one, we will work on, okay, if the user is signed in, what happens? If the user is signed up, what happens? So largely, I was just waiting for, yeah, so successfully signed in. So guys, this tutorial has been a success, and what we will do is we will work on the next one, that where to go, like sign in, okay, home activity, sign up, okay, going to home, and then log out and all that. Thank you guys, see you.